Should churches then try to teach this idea of biblical manhood and womanhood?
Yes, in as much as we're teaching what the Bible says, but
It's when we
provided
go beyond what the scripture says about it.
Yeah.
Or we take a cultural thing, it's prevalent in one culture, and then make it applicable to our own.
Yeah, we kind of give it biblical authority when it doesn't have that.
Which is, I think, what a lot of people have been dealing with and longing for in many ways, because there is so much confusion, especially what we see going on today.
Yeah, and I think I'm fascinated by King David in this respect, because there are certain ways in which King David fits the stereotype. Yeah. He's got authority. He's a warrior. He's done away with giants and that kind of stuff. So he checks certain boxes in terms of the stereotype of a real guy. But then you think there's other aspects where he doesn't. He spends a lot of time playing a harp and writing poems about his feelings. And those also are expressions of David being a godly man. So I think the Bible just gives us slightly broader examples of what it can look like to be a godly man and a godly woman than we often find ourselves dealing with in the church.
Why do you think that this issue has become so prevalent now? Not that I want to revisit Truman.
Yeah.
But why is it now? When we're talking about issues, you and I both know that orthodoxy is always defined when it encounters heterodoxy. Mm. And we have to define it. That's what the creeds are about. These are what our statements of faith have been about, the confessions over the years. The culture is always responding to the spirit of the age. That is, and it has to codify it and then pass that on to the next generation. Why is that happening, though, now, where we're actually discussing something that has been so foundational since the beginning of time, that just 2 generations ago, this wasn't even an issue on the horizon. And now it's become center in the debate. But why now?
Yeah, well, there will be some historical, sociological reasons for that. I think our idolatry of sexual fulfillment has been a key aspect of it. I think too, there has to be a part of the answer that is spiritual. It is, if you can't get your hands on the king to depose him, the next thing you do is attack his image. And I see a spiritual dimension to this particular area of confusion, because front and center when it comes to us being made in the image of God is that we're made as male and female in God's image. So the way in which that is being so aggressively overturned makes me think there's spiritual forces at work here.
I agree. How then does the church need to respond to this issue now? Because so many churches have tried to just simply ignore it. Let's put it to the periphery. Very few people are dealing with this in their minds, let's say. So they focus on the majority.
I'm about to run over time, by the way.
Okay.
I've got a call on the hour that I need to be present for.
All right, then. Well, then, you know what? We can just wrap it up here, and I'll put a bow on
Sorry
it.
No.
Like I said, I feel like we're just getting started in some ways. And maybe we'll do this in another 5 months.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Because I'm going to wrap this up here, and I'll give a quick out. But thank you for coming on the show and taking those questions.
That's a pleasure.
These are issues that everyone, I think, is dealing with. And I think a lot of churches have put this to the periphery for so long, and they just focused on the majority, hoping that they didn't encounter this, or if they did, they just get magically fixed. And I think you're seeing in many ways God wanting to bring this group into the kingdom. And he's forcing the church to be equipped to be able to handle that. I know one man wrote a book about that I read years ago when I was an undergraduate called Unwanted Harvest. And I think that's very true. But I think it's causing us to say, wait a minute, how does God love us? And the way you look at someone else is actually how God should look at us, but he doesn't. He loves us, and he loves us in our sin and all of our sin. As you said before, we're all in the same boat. It's just the expression of that sin comes different to every single one of us. But Sam, how can people follow you and get your book? I mean, they can go on Amazon and get it, but
I'm on Twitter, so you can find me there. And I do have a website that I never update, so that's probably not a very useful place to go. But yeah, I'm on Amazon and Twitter. It's probably the easiest thing to say.
Okay. Well, Sam, I want to thank you for coming on Apollos Watered, and may God continue to bless your ministry and use you to reach out to see people be transformed by God's wonderful grace. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Travis.
All right. I'm stop.